welcome. I'll be doing a movie review, facts, and cast. Cast was on before this video. So this video is not the actual movie, but I'll be telling you what happened in the movie, so you know if to see the movie, if you've not seen it, or just to know what the movie is about in case you want to see the movie. I'm going to try to be quick and brief. I'm not the best storyteller, but I'll try to get you know all the details of the movie. I try not to leave anything important out. Try to get the important parts and make you enjoy it. So stay tuned. Hi and welcome. As usual, a movie review, movie facts, the cast, and everything you need to know about the movie. Not really everything you need to know about the movie. In this movie, I'll be giving mostly the movie reviews, and some movies I just tell you, run through everything that happened in the movie, trying to touch all the important aspects, trying to make you know exactly what happened in the movie and all that. But in this movie, I'm not going to be doing all the full movie stuff and telling you exactly what happened. It's going to be more of a movie review. It's going to be me reading out people's review about this movie, so you know if to see it or not. So let's start. We're doing an Indian movie, and yeah, the movie is Majima, and what it's all about. I'll read that out. A rumor about uh, intentional, aged, devoted housewife who is famous for her dance and cooking, threatens to disrupt her middle class family's goals on the eve of her son's engagement with a rich girl. Is So that is what this movie is all about. So I'm going to go ahead and read the movie review and fact. So the first one here, it says that Majama means all good and trust, means all good. And so I'm going to just be reading the review as the person wrote it. And it says Majama means all good, and trust me, here in the movies is very good. Saying that Majama means good, the meaning of Majama, it means all good, and this person is also saying that the movie is good. Then, wow, what a content made by, and after his odd release of nail polish and Banish Bandits, this movie has made this movie has made very colorful and bright, showing the true case of showing the true case of G cultures. Hats off to to accept such challenging role and getting accustomed with earth platform. She looked gorgeous, and about acting she was about acting she was and she is on the top. Simultaneously, G with his naughty and G with his naughty and cute expressions has been amazing. Young one, young one after whistleblower has once gone again proved himself. Maja was unused. The movie has high levels of maturity and emotions about how an Indian woman selflessly devotes her entire life for her family's emotions and nicely balanced. Then the movie will give you all the elements of entertainment. So expecting a nice family entertainer featuring my favorite Maja completely believe belied me. It is neither a family movie nor is it entertaining in any way. Truth be told, the film is and labored and cautious, taking on some preference with needless preachy moments and a final as believable as Christmas in October. What's worse is the supporting cast, compromising otherwise fine actors like Al Shebak and set with ineffective characterization, particularly S&R, are made to talk in an American accent which jars and irritates, get a Viagra induced hard on in middle of family cutting which fails to make you as far as madam she looks she looks gorgeous as ever. She acts fabulous. She acts fabulous as always. She looks gorgeous and always. She acts fabulous as always also, and she remains the film's only praiseworthy factor. The film's only praiseworthy factor, and her choice of subject was actually bold and beautiful here. It was really bold and very beautiful here. It is it is the execution that is regards, and expectations are high with in lead, but unfortunately the movie disappoints with playing mother of two grown-up kids. Any other actress could have carried this role without much effort, but why um accepted this movie? Nothing wrong with poor, nothing wrong with subject, but the script, the direction seems poor. The movie with different subjects on S with M in lead. still fails to keep the viewers involved. The movie looks to be dragged unnecessarily with few light moments. A girl working for the cause of community, completely ignoring her family, completely ignoring her family responsibility, dragging the issue even home as if she doesn't have any other purpose in life. Family agreeing for lie detector tests was a little too much in the movie. It was a little too much, and overall, this movie really doesn't click. Maybe people won't like it if people won't like it. I had to forward many times to finish it, and that's it. 4 out of 10. And then it's a movie about love, about family, about friendship, about betrayal, and about responsibility. This lady loved to dance, and she was famous for her cooking skills and her dance skills as well. Trust me, it's one of the most decent LGBTQ movie made in recent times. You can watch it with your family, and probably a movie to introduce the concept to our older generation. Some some scenes are cringe, but overall it is a light-hearted movie with depth. I wish this romance aspect of as a teenager could have been. As a teenager would have been, and as a straight woman, definitely I'm curious to see some content to sweet, simple love between two women. The G content is sweet, is sweet, and Simon is a stunner. M, no doubt, steals the show. S, accent is hilarious. Loved her in every scene. She was one of the characters and actors that made it worth watching. And it is an okay movie. Just talked about LGBTQ pro max rights and oh yes, even India courts are declared rights for them in India. Now, what they want, reservations or sympathy or normalization of this in society, even Americans not accepting as a normal in their society for this etc. How can even society accept so easily? How can How can producer to wants security to society more work than Americans. Her daughter unnecessarily provoked mother and overreacting. Being ill, her mother overreacted when she found out how much she has kids. How much more when she finds out she has kids if she reacted that way to her being a how much more to her having kids and being L and accepting that L is good but unnecessarily prompting promoting and advertising it and making trouble is for self and for self and family isn't good. So what this is trying to say is accepting that you're A and being it is good, is okay, but advertising it to get to make trouble for yourself and your family, that is not good. This is this person's review, not my thought or anything. This is someone's review on the movie, and that's it. So, moving on to another review. This is a 5 out of 10 by then. Trust me, it's one of the most decent movie made in recent times. You can you can watch it with your family and probably a movie to introduce the concept to our older generations. Some scenes are cringe, but overall, it's a fun, light-hearted movie with depth. I wish the romance aspect as a teenager could have been explored a bit more. As straight women, definitely am curious to some content in sweet, simple. It's a great performance, originated, pretty movie, highly recommended. It has good feel, a high feel good factor too. The performances, the actors, the performances of the actors are amazing. The actors are amazing. The performance amazing. The directing was good. The screenplay, everything was amazing and is graceful as ever. She goes like a fine wine and has some cool comic timing, which is really cool. The way a sensitive topic has been picked up beautifully too. Abby is class in himself, is class in himself, and he is a very promoting actor. Must give that to him. Most mention must mention the colors of G and backdrop is very authentic. The clothes very authentic and that's the screenplay and everything is awesome and cool. The clothes, lightning and G blends in dialogues, elevates the elevates the whole setting. It's funny how fake English accents from the NIR counterparts is interesting too. Their fake American accent is fake English accent. It was interesting to watch and see them come up with it and exhibit it in a nice way. It was really okay to watch and all that. And that is um so fantastic movie, like a fresh breeze of cinema, excellent performances by all actors, and beautifully choreography with some catchy songs. The songs are really nice and they are really catchy. They are songs that you will love to listen to even outside watching the movie. They are nice songs that you would like to go back to and hear them again. And looked stunning and was very graceful, and the subject, being sensitive, was handled with grace and maturity, along with grace and maturity, along with some humorous moments. Raj Rob is brilliant as usual and really puts forth a very difficult but a very convincing personality and really makes you really fall in love with the character he's portraying. And the city of Baroda, the city of was the city of the city was beautifully covered, and the move showcases a mature and beautiful India. India is so beautiful. Very impressed with the director and would surely like to see more works from him. Would surely like to see more works from the director. Loves love how they showcase the beautiful city where the movie was acted in India. And overall this movie is a 10 out of 10, and it's a very lovely movie. There are a lot of nice reviews about this movie, more than the negative one. Then just finished watching this. Hats off to the makers and all actors who delivered sensitive message with ease, to who delivered this sensitive message with so much ease. So many times had tears in my eyes. MD is the best. Her expressions says it all. She doesn't need dialogues. Looked too young, younger than her age. She looked too young to be a mom and a mom of adults to adults. Though R is outstanding, loved all the actors and how they played well. And only compliment is AP was not part of the movie. It's awesome song and must be there in the movie because it's really an awesome song. So I feel it should be there in the movie. And Boom Paddy was my favorite too. MD again proved truly she's the one and only queen of Bollywood and has a bright future. Then also R has a bright future as well and looks so good. He looked so good and his innocence is he is in his trip. Keep it up, buddy. I really loved your performance in this movie. Really, really loved it. And this was a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece and it will stand out for the entire 134 minutes. I forgot who MD is. It was only PP in front of me. I watched her, I believed her, even without the dialogue. That's the brilliance of a great actor. Loved PP, loved her performance, loved PP's performance was so good, and this movie makes you laugh. It puts you on your toes and keeps you at the edge of your seat and makes you cry, makes you laugh, makes you cry too, and eventually it makes you fall in love with both the movie, the writing, the characters, the actors that play these characters, and the biggest USP of the film is it delivers a very sensitive subject which both relatable and entertaining treatment. Majma on Prime will always remind one of the most special and iconic film for the actors who worked in it. Each frame was so believable and enjoyable and understandable. Kudos to MD. She Kudos to MG and kudos to all the actors that helped bring this movie out and played such role to bring this movie out. They were fantastic entertainers and we look forward to seeing more works from them as this work was really good and enjoyable, really entertaining, and it's it's a topic that no one talks about much, and them talking about it out in open is nice. This movie is a lovely family drama with emotions, realistic approach, and powerful performances. It touches a sensitive subject and executes it brilliantly. MD has a lifetime role with this film. She has always been a great actress and she has always been making the entertainment industry proud. She has always also been my best actress from the first time I watched her movie. She has been my best actress, and seeing her in this movie was really nice because she carried out her character and her role well. She has always been a great actress, like I said, but with this one, she leveled up. She has gone even higher with this film. She has transformed her act and skills as per today's gene, and that's commendable. GR is as usual. She proves why he's called the king of feel good, sensible films. And Albie has a dream role with this after his mega successful bandits, and SS is an awesome and promising performance. Really loved his performance and really look forward to seeing more videos from him, more movies from him, as he was a really promising performer. SS mm, is lovely. You just cannot have enough of her. Overall, it's a fantastic drama. It's a must watch. You really love watching this. It tells a story and brings a particular topic to light, a topic that is not discussed as much as it should be. It's a topic that is not addressed as much as it should be. It brings this topic out in the open, and the movie is all around it, which is really excellent and nice to watch. It starts a bit slow. The movie starts a bit slow. It didn't really go fast and get into what we want to know. It started slow, of course, trying to describe our characters, trying to add a little around our characters so we know them a little better. And it starts a bit slow as it established all the characters, like I said, and their relationships. It not only tell us about the characters, but it also made us know why it started slow. It also showed us how each character was related to another, showed us how each character was related to another and their relationships. And even after the big review, it still felt slow. Even after they've gone into the main stuff, it still felt slow, but it soon then gathers steam and clutches your heart, and you simply can't stop watching. After after starting slow, letting us know about our characters, their relationships, it then the movie just go in full speed, and everything just starts. And once you've reached this stage, you just can't stop watching anymore. You have to watch, and you'll be so curious to what happened next. So there's no stopping at this point. You just can't stop watching, and you watch and watch, and you want to give it standing aviation when it ends. You just want to give it a standing ovation. It is very well done, and it's very well done, and MD excellent as always. Everybody on here seems to be recommending MD, applauding her, being so happy she's here. And a lot of people also watch the movie because of her great and excellent acting skills. A lot of people that watch the movie were just there to see her, and just there to see her. And she carried the movie with her little jokes, her nice smile, and her nice laugh. She really did carry the movie along, and she made it classy too. She did not just carry it along, she also made it classy. And left for me, if you're MD's fan or you really love her, I would really recommend you watch this movie. The only bad thing I've said about this movie, if I was giving a review and take a star off, and that would be because of a few side stories that were it was very few though. There were very few side stories, but it slightly doesn't really matter to the main story. Like it slightly drifted away from the main story and distracted the main story. The side stories, while necessary to set the content, it wasn't really necessary. Like we understand our characters, we know our characters at this point. There are still some stories that were shown that really didn't we're not complaining, we're not saying it's 100% bad, but it really didn't to be added to the movie because it kind of went slightly away from the main story, and that's it. Could have been tightened slightly to raise the impact, nevertheless drives a huge applause. We don't that's not really going to matter too much. It still drives a huge applause. We still love the movie, and yeah, still love the movie, still would watch, and still would recommend. It's overall a very good movie, very nice movie. Would recommend to see it. It drives a huge applause. This movie will have you on your toes. It will make you laugh, cry, have you at the edge of your seat, like I've said before. And it's really a nice movie if you're a fan of Indian movies. A powerful, gripping film that hits the right emotions. This movie just hits the right emotions, and there is no two ways about that. And MD's expressions and her selflessness both combined to give a stellar performance. MD is really she's really the queen of Bollywood. Like all her movies I've seen are solid, and she did make this movie good too. And goosebumps when MD says I had goosebumps when she said this, and it stuck with me. Stuck with me. It's kind cinematic perspective in their specialists, and shout out to the writers and directors of this. Every dialogue is so heartwarming, and kudos to all the actors who delivered their roles perfectly, delivering their roles perfectly. If the actors hadn't really delivered their roles perfectly, this movie would have probably been another movie that got out and didn't really get much attention, because we viewers we really focus on most times we don't focus on the actor's performance or the actress's performance, but when they act so good, it makes us want to keep on watching. But when they act bad, it kind of makes the story less interesting. Okay, and she continues to be magical at 5 and in fourth decade of the iconic Bollywood character. And yeah, we love MD, and she was so awesome. And this is also an awesome movie that was beautifully presented with a strong social message. It shows a face of LGBTQ challenge that most families do not even think about. That is the main thing. They don't even think about it. It's presumed that the younger generation faces these challenges, and and we tend to be oblivious to the struggles of older generations who definitely had it way, who definitely had it way harder in their times. A good flow of storyline with so many sub layers of reflecting points, from being the moral police to definitions of unconditional love, from being possessive and passionate about a cause to living and bear eating it. So MD was always graceful. She was always graceful and charming, yet encompassing such a unique, charming role. Loved her and loved the movie as well, and it was really awesome. Every Indian should watch this film. It's really and really a masterpiece. I got deeply connected with this film and got goosebumps many times. Absolutely a stunning film, just amazing. I loved it. 10 on 10. I'm proud of this movie, and I'm proud of this movie. Bollywood is really changing, and I feel very good and happy about it. This film is revol- revolutionary, and it can change the view of the society, and every person on earth should watch this film. I just feel so happy and mesmerized and emotional too after watching this film. I After watching this film that I became sleepless. I will surely recommend this film to others, and MD and all the other characters did it so perfectly, and they just nailed it. Brilliant and a brave attempt to really bring such a message to open and bring it out to the public. It's a brave film which tapped the areas, especially for the LGBTQ community. This film tells the right to each other individuals to choose whether to come out of the closet or not, and about acceptance. In fact, and about acceptance. In fact, the way MD has brought it, the way she has brought so much of Ellen to the character of PP, who is in Susu and is fabulous, so much relatable to the current social scenarios, the gaze and the look of Simon reaction, and the confrontation the confrontation kept minimal, just made the film more engaging, and above all, GR brought a suitable humor through his characterization and tapped a sensitive topic of old age romance. Brilliant is the only word to describe it. Oh, brilliance is just one of the good words to describe this, and other artists too have very well have very well dwelled in the stay, and it brought inclusion of all characters in the film. Here, every individual is not just a role to be played, yeah, not just a role to be played, but has something, yeah. And these characters are not here to play. They really have something, and they really make it big in the Bollywood. They're already making it big because this movie is really nice. They're already making it big, but they leveled up with this movie, and their roles is to be played, and they played it well. But it has something to do after LK and SC to play their parts very well, and of course, and of course, and of course, and of course, MD. She's such a wonderful actress, and yeah, she delivered, and there's no doubt in that, and we love her. I love her, and I'd like to give, so this review is, so it's a good one. The story of the movie is very similar to another movie and the other movies, and has for too. They have combined some parts of the movie and made the story, but the movie is having a good positive ending. Music of the movie is also good. It's also really good, and I really love the music from the movie. There are musics that you love to listen to even outside watching the movie. You'd love, and the movie talks more about MD's character and RB's engagement. Just for MD's acting, if you want to watch, then it's a good choice. After Bandits movie, Depth is a good take. The movie has also good locations, good costumes were also chosen, and of course, good directing and good performance from our actors, and yeah, good performance too. And of course, the songs are, yeah, it danced well to the it has MD to accept such for her to accept such challenging roles and getting accustomed with art platform. She looked really gorgeous, and the screenplays were really good and really nice. She really is a great actress, and would really recommend the movie. Hope she acts more movies so we can see her more on the screen. We just want to, see her more on the screen because of her excellent acting, and she is the queen. And of course, she's on the top simultaneously, and we love her. And the movie has high level of maturity, which I really like, and the emotions were just there. The actors had a nice way of portraying the emotions. You would forget that they were acting, and you would forget that you were actually watching a movie. And yeah, maturity and emotions about an Indian woman, selfless, how she selflessly does stuff for her entire family and for her entire life, for her family, and she was expecting nothing out of it, which is the most incredible part. Her not expecting anything in return, and the humor and emotions are nice. They are nicely balanced, and also they are older. Yeah, there are indeed other movies that you can see if you really love these ones. There are a lot of other movies you can actually see, and these movies are also so good. One thing I do is I give you reviews of the movie you've requested, and I also want to give you movies that you can just look at in case, because whenever you watch a movie sometimes you want to watch it all over again, but you can't have that same feeling because this is not your first time watching it. But what you can do is you can look for a movie that is similar to that to watch, and that's why I'll be giving you a similar one. And yeah, like I was saying, other movies that one thing I do is mostly the first half is a movie review of the movie you want. And most times after seeing a movie you want to see it again, like I've said this before, no need to say it anymore. And yeah, is kinda the movie that is kinda, you know, giving the same vibe with this movie. It's not really must not really be the same storyline or exactly the same, but it's kinda like it's more like it, and there are a lot of things that are similar. I mean, a lot of things will not be similar, but a lot are similar, and that is why I'll also be giving you reviews of this other movie so you can see it after seeing um Majima. So this movie I'll be giving you the review for is this movie is Bucket List, and yeah, I'll be giving you the review of this. And so, this is the review for this, and it's a nice story. You watch an empty movie after long years. In fact, after DD streams Loco and Ram Ram, and I think this is in India, this particular review, and I don't speak Indian, and I don't want to say something that be disrespectful or sound like a joke or something. And it's a light-hearted movie. It's watchable once. I support she could have chosen. Another review here is um they did this is actually a bad review for this movie, and I don't think it's a nice thing to start with, but I don't know how many other options. So yeah, let's start with this. It's a waste of a good idea. This movie has a great idea. He has a powerful year old that could a powerful year old that used to belong to a 20-year-old who passed away prematurely, and doing all the things the donor wanted to and couldn't achieve before what would have been her 21st birthday. And for what could have been her 21st birthday is honorable. I loved the idea of it. That's why I watched. But this movie was such a drag. They really dragged this movie, and I felt like they could have done more and hastened it up a bit, but they did not. I almost fell asleep at at several points. I was quite disappointed because it was just really bad, and it was badly carried out. Empty what So this is another review. It's MD proves yet another she could shine in any role she's given, and she gets into character of um, M so effortlessly and convincing that right from the beginning right from the beginning, we get carried away with her character, which is so nice, and she effortlessly plays it so well. And a wonderful start. That's a wonderful start for a debut in her films, and I loved it totally. This one right here is actually a very bad review, but let's just read it and just get over it. So yeah, um, there is boring. That this is boring. There is bad, and there is bucket list. Okay, so what this person is trying to say is that this movie is not boring, is not bad, but it's actually worst. Yeah, because they said there is boring, there is bad, and then there is bucket list. So it means it's bad actually. Yeah. So but let's get on with the reviews, and it could probably be something you are looking for. So this is still not something we're looking for. So this is Save Your Time. It's awfully boring, very predictable story. I feel like a lot of people watching movies nowadays is predictable. The few movies are predictable, and the reason why people feel movies are predictable is because they've been acting a lot of movies. What have they not acted in movies? We've seen movies, and that's why we feel like, oh, we are not superheroes and we can predict movies. We cannot. We've actually just seen a lot of movies, and we're just like, oh, maybe it will turn out this way, and if it turns out that way, you cannot really blame the director or the producer or the actors or the actress. I mean, they have their own storyline, and the story they're trying to portray is not their fault. You can predict it. So let's go to the next review, and this is actually a good one. Yeah, I've seen a good one. They said simply yet entertaining, funny yet emotionally, and easy yet gripping. Director has nailed it. Great performance by the greatest actress in the Indian film industry, which is MD. Beautifully portrayed a stray of self discovery of for a 41-year-old for a 41-year-old homemaker. Yeah, 41-year-old homemaker, when she receives heart transplant that's donated by a 20-year-old girl who loses her life in an unfortunate accident. Oh, wow. So I think this is the difference between the two movies here. This other one, the main movie here, our main movie here, is more about LGBTQ and a woman's family. But on the other hand, this one is about a transplant of an old woman that got a transplant by a 21-year-old girl after losing her life. And yet again, this is still another bad review. But of course, we have to get on with it. I still have to, tell you what this review is saying. And yeah, it says, what an awful film. I am a fan of MD and usually love all her films from usually love all her films from yesterday and recent days. So this is one recent days. So this one is a real disappointment. I don't think anyone's movie is a disappointment because sometimes we don't understand the hard work and effort these actors and actresses put into movies. Yeah, but once again, this is not my review. I'm just reading out someone's review so you know about the movie. So yeah, I'm going to continue. The person said, so this one is a real disappointment. Don't waste your time on this one. I don't like I said, I don't think it's cute or in any way good to cause someone's hard work a disappointment because you don't know what they have gone through. I mean, we can sit a day and watch a movie. I can sit a day and watch a full episode. I don't mean I mean a full season, a seasonal movie from season 1 to 16. I can sit a day and finish it. But it's not that way for the people that acted it. It's not that way for the actors because they probably spent months. Yeah, you heard me right. Months. They probably spent months trying to put all that together. Yeah, so I don't think it's in any way right to call someone's hard work a disappointment. I mean, it's okay if you don't like it. It's okay if you don't like a movie. It's okay. Just there are other movies to watch. No one is forcing your opinion you down to watch a particular one. It's okay if you don't like it. You can always go over and watch something else. You can always say you don't like it too, but don't call it a disappointment and don't call it a waste of time because I mean they spent months trying to put it together, so it's not a waste of time. I would never place a review on a movie and say it's a disappointment or it's a waste of time. So yeah, I don't think it's right because yeah, now most times they don't just give their time; they give a lot of things to for the movie to come out. Like they give effort. Okay, so this is a good one. This is an awesome movie. Wow, what a great movie! The story of a housewife, Madhura, some and her journey to self-discover something that is new and inspiring. This is a must-watch movie. Yeah, this is a must-watch because it's good and it's a great movie and it's so inspiring and the storyline is is a story of a housewife and all that. Yeah, so that's it for the review. The next one is also a good one, and this one says, this is one of the finest one of the finest ideas I have seen in recent times. The execution is perfect. The casting looks up. Marjorie's performance is seen after a long time. It's her comeback and how director's vision is clearly translated in visuals. Clearly directed in visuals. Yeah. The songs are contemporary, especially the melodious one. Also, the cinematography has taken the film. The cinematography has taken the film to new heights. Um, taking the film to new heights, and overall, I would say it is a film that was needed at this hour. Yeah, a film that was really needed. A film that was needed. Okay, so let me read this out exactly as I'm saying it. This is one of the finest ideas I have seen in recent times. The execution is perfect, the casting looks up, Audrey's performance is seen after a long time. It is her comeback and how director's vision is clearly translated in visuals. The songs are contemporary, especially the melodious ones. Also, the cinematography has taken the film to new heights. Overall, I would say it's the film that was needed. Yeah, film that was needed at this hour in the Indian film industry. I am sure that it has created a mark in history. Then this we have another review, and this person said it would have been so much better, but it's not. Felt like a lot of things were not placed as it should be, and it was little out of touch. And the actors played a nice role. I don't think the fault is from the actors because it looks like they really gave it their all. I think it's from the writing and the screenwriting and screenplay, and I feel like it's from the role they were given. And if they were given a better script to play, then this would have been a 10 out of 10. And yeah, so it's that is it for this one. She serves as assistant to her father, the village healer, much to the frustration of her mother, uh, much to the frustration of her mother, who would rather she found a husband. So her mom doesn't want her to work with her father, who is the village healer. Her mom would rather she finds a husband. So her mom is kind of frustrated with the whole idea of her working with her father as the village healer. Okay, so let's get into it. Her mother would rather she found a husband, despite knowing that women aren't readily accepted by the guild of healers. Tessa is determined to follow in her father's footsteps. So Tessa, she knows that women are not allowed in the it should be like a historical movie kind of setting. Women are not allowed in the um, women are not allowed to be healers, but she was really determined to follow in her father's footsteps of being a healer. Okay. So this their town and the neighboring country, their town starts with a K, so I'm just going to call it K, and the neighboring country starts with an S. I'll call it S too. Their K and the neighboring country S have been at a certain peace for they've been at peace for centuries. So they've been at peace for centuries, and though the country dislike each other, for K was once part of the S Empire. Lord Dakon is housing a visiting Lord Dakon is housing a visiting Saken Lord and magician Takado. Much to his dislike, Dakon is a kind man with noble intentions. He is by wary of Takado and dislikes the Saka for not abolishing slavery. He dislikes them for not abolishing slavery, especially when especially when Takado beats his slave Hanara to near death. Tessa and her father are called to heal him. Yeah, so Tessa and her father, they are called to come heal Tekado's slave who he beat to near death. So Tessa and her father were requested to come heal her. Yeah, she needed healing, so they were requested to come heal her, to come heal him. It's a he, yeah, to come heal him. One day when Tessa comes by herself to Lord Dakon's mansion to reapply bandages to Hanara. Takod tries to force himself upon her. Wow, that's a plot twist right there. Never saw that coming. Okay, so he tries to force himself on her, holding her body still with magic. Tessa removes the magical influence on her mind with magic of her own, which she had no idea she had. Yeah, she had no idea she had. She had no idea she had. Mm, blowing apart the corner of the room in the process, discovering she is a natural, She becomes the second apprentice of Lord Dacon, and Takado leaves the premises. So Lord Dacon then realizes she's a natural, and then he wants to teach her more. So then she becomes, by the second way, yeah, she becomes the second apprentice, and Takado, who tried to force himself on her, was asked to leave the premises. Okay, and now she's learning from the Lord Dacon. And okay, there are long hours of study and self-discipline, and Lord Dacon's other apprentice, Jayan, makes clear his dislike. He makes clear his dislike of her. Tessa's new life also offers more opportunities. Her new life offered her more opportunities than she had ever hoped for. So she was happy here. She was content with it. And of course, who will not be happy after discovering you had magic powers and all that? And yeah, and his Lord Akon's other apprentice already spectated out his dislike for her. So he already made it clear that he doesn't like her. Okay, so her new life also offers more opportunities than she had ever hoped for, and an exciting new world opens up to her. An exciting new world opens up to her. There are fine clothes and servants, and she is delighted to learn. So now she has fine clothes, and she has servants. She's also delighted to learn. She's happy to learn more of this. Okay. So yeah, there are fine clothes and servants, and she is delighted to learn regular trips to the great city of Imran. While staying in Imran, her hometown is attacked. Wow. Her hometown is attacked. A mental call is produced from another Maj who is in the lay who is in the town close to Dakons. And Tessa is able to hear this while she is out shopping with her fellow female who all hears the same thing. Okay, so her hometown was attacked, and she hears about this when she's out shopping with the other girls. They also hear the same thing with her too, so her hometown was attacked. And upon arriving at the lay, they found out that Takado has slaughtered the entire village except for some children and deserters. Tessa is then distressed to find grave back for her parents. Upon this discovery, Tessa is hurt by the fact she never got to tell her father about visiting the Healer's Gate, in which their family are now somewhat respected in the guild through their grandfather. Okay, so I'm going to break it down. As Tessa was out shopping, she then hears the rumor, she hears the news kind of way that she hears that her town had been attacked, and then heard that, what's his name? that Takado is the man that tried to force himself on her, using magic on her, which did not work. And that was at the point she found out that she had magic and all that. So he had slaughtered everybody in her village. He just spared some children and some deserters. So she went to the place and she found the tomb of her parents. She was heartbroken, and then she she felt bad because she never got to tell her father something about the healers community, because her father is a healer and they're like in the healers community. So she said she never got to tell her father about visiting the healers guild, in which their family are now somewhat respected in the guild through their grandfather, or about visiting a dissection at which she found a friend, Kendira. Tessa then sets out to a healer. During the process, Jayan and Tessa becomes friends. Yeah, so after all, because Tessa didn't get to tell her father about her new friend that she met, Ken, and then in the process of her going to meet a healer, she and Jadon, who is the other apprentice of Lord Dark, they become friends in the process. So the K country magic then comes together and decides to attack the Sakan people brand as outcasts, as they realize a plot to take their country. So they plan to take their country and they plan to attack them because they're like the outcasts. It's like the outcast side. So they plan to attack them, and they came up with a plot. And what this plot was all about was, the plot they came up with was just for them to take their country. That was what they came up with, for them to take their country, and they attacked them. Meanwhile, Takado has gathered an army of his own. In the first fight, the Kairan magicians used a technique of sharing magical energy, allowing them to send magic to another without harming them, and so enabling them to attack in groups. None fall on the Kairan side, but the Saka lose many. Tessa treats many people and soon develops a way to stop pain with magic, something never before achieved as a magician. Never becomes never becomes achieved. Something never before achieved as magicians never become healers. She was already a healer before she found out she could do magic. So this is why she was able to come up with this new no pain stuff. She was able to do it where they were not going to feel pain, because she had the ability, both the magic, and she also had the healer's ability because her father was a healer. And then a subplot revolves around Stara, a mixed race woman born to a mixed a mixed race woman born to an Akshaki Sankahan magic of high social standing, and an alien woman, alien, becoming be, being a neighboring country to both Career and Saak living in Arrive, the Sac capital. Stara is forced to marry against her will, yet when she shows her father her magic, which so yeah, about the subplot revolving around the lady and Akan woman, Akan becoming a neighboring country to both Kara and Sakaha, living in Arrives, the Sakahan capital. Stara is forced to marry against her will, yet when she shows her father her magic, which she has kept secret for years, her father is forced to decide another Casio. Stephra must beg Castro in order to hear a son, so her sister-in-law, being infertile, will be kept by her father. Yet there is one problem. Carrico is a lad, a male, wow, is a lad. Stara becomes friends. Sarah becomes friends with other wives and they invite her into a group made up of wives and slaves called the Traders, who secretly declare themselves a neutral third party in the Karen sacking conflict. Unintentionally, Sarah becomes the leader with her natural beauty, magic, and leadership skills. She and her slave, who is also her best friend, set out to find a way to get the traders away from Arrives before the invading Karen kill any of them. The invading Karam take Arv, but Jaden and Tessa are separated from them. Jaden is badly wounded, but Tessa figures out how to heal with magic and saves him. While she is healing him, he confesses his love for her and she to him. They hid in a house and fall asleep. The next morning, they hear horses and go outside to see if it's their allies. They join up with the rest of the army, and Dacom is revealed to see his ex-apprentice Jay is is now a full magician, and his apprentices are safe. However, Dacon is staying behind to help rule Sakara. So Lady Avera takes over Tessa's apprenticeship and Avera Avera and Tessa return to Kelia together. Jadon finds the magic script and Tessa teaches her healing magic to others. Stella and the traders escape Aves and find a refuge in the mountains. There are ruins of a house there filled with jewels. A river is nearby and the land is fertile. The traders' society has begun. 10 years later, Navelon, one of Sakaran's rulers, is forced to retire by the king, taking his royal servant Hanera with him. He breaks the store stone, a stone filled with magic, which kills him and Hannah and renders Ark of Sakaran land infertile. Then it is also revealed that Deccan was assassinated. Jay and his friend Brenna comes to look at the land. Jay reflects on the establishment of the Magicians Guild and that Tisa is just about to give birth to his son. Tisa is now famous for her discovery of healing magic and is the best healing magician around the world. So a lot has happened within the space of 10 years. Texas Master has been assassinated, and she is to give birth to the son of her fellow apprenticeship to give birth to the son of her fellow apprentice. And yeah, she's also now known very well for magic her healing magic, which she just learned, like we were saying. She's now so well known for it, and yeah, everyone is praising her for it because it brought a lot of good things to them, and everybody is happy, and they're really praising her because she did well, and yeah, everyone, you know, is praising her for the good job and all that. So that is actually the end of the plot summary of this novel, and it's a movie actually, and it would be good to see. I think it's a novel, but it would be good to see it on screen. To give birth to the son of her fellow apprentice, and yeah, she's also now known very well for magic, her healing magic, which she just learned, like we were saying. She's now so well known for it, and yeah, everyone is praising her for it because it brought a lot of good things to them, and everybody is happy, and they're really praising her because she did well, and yeah, everyone, you know, is praising her for the good job and all that. So that is actually the end of the plot summary of this novel, and it's a movie actually, and it will be good to see. I think it's a novel, but it will be good to see it on screen. And that is the end of our movie review today. I know this wasn't exactly what you expected or what you hoped for, because I went out of the lines multiple times, and I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, this was just how everything flowed, and it flowed me made me move out a bit. But yeah, we did cover Maja review, and we did a little bit of movies like Kids, and then a novel that was like it too. So yeah, make sure to hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and bye. And that is the end of our movie review today. I know this wasn't exactly what you expected or what you hoped for, because I went out of the lines multiple times, and I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, this was just how everything flowed, and it flowed me made me move out a bit. But yeah, we did cover Maja review, and we did a little bit of movies like Kids, and then a novel that was like it too. So yeah, make sure to hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and bye.